Hello, some of you will have seen an earlier video where I showed you some of my paintings. I've been doing quite a lot of that recently, and as a result I made a connection with a place called Rix Mix in London's Shoreditch, which is a sort of community arts centre, and they wanted someone to do a wall mural for them, and they've had a number of wall murals up over the last few years. They're each up for 6 months, and it started off with one for the Havana Club back in 2009, which was this one. It's done by someone called Remy Ruff, and then there was another mural a year later by someone under the name of LX1, which is very funky and had this kind of geometric shape. The most recent one is this sort of Cuban inspired one, and those are pictures that I took in December, and they wanted someone to replace it. And that's what I ended up doing, which is, as you can see, extremely loud. I'd not done this kind of thing before, so I had to send them a preliminary sketch of what it would look like, and they approved it, and I got the job based on that, and then I had to actually make it happen. So I'm going to show you some photos of the work in progress, and then a few video clips of me finishing it off. This was the wall when I was preparing it with masking tape. I asked them if they could get some decorators to just paint in a background colour, which was that horrible salmony beige colour in the background, and I then applied the masking tape into the various shapes that I was going to then fill in. That took me about a day. The next day I filled in some of these shapes with 2 coats of this red colour called Rave, and then you could start to see the design taking shape. I was quite pleased with the fact that I went through all of the fixtures and fittings on the walls. You can see there I sort of ignored them, if you like. It was quite a lot of work going right through them, diagonals. I then started to apply extra masking tape and design to these inner areas of dark, those sort of dark patches which give it definition, and obviously then there's a lot less of that beige colour. That beige becomes like a highlight and the dark becomes like a shadow. Finally, after it must have been 3 days, I basically had the middle section to complete. So the outer sections were done with those dark squares, and I ended up going for green in the middle, completely different. It was off spec. The guys that ran the place didn't know I was going to do the green, so I was being a bit cheeky, but I thought I had to take a risk. I needed to do something different in the middle to make it stand out. So I bought a tin of green paint and went for it. What's interesting about red and green is they have equally high saturation levels. So if you look at it from a distance, you could either see a green sort of foreground with a red background, or red foreground, which is quite nuts really. If you change the lighting on this wall, you can see it as three like gosh or some kind of word written across the top in green, and then frap or something along the bottom in green and slightly different fonts, or you could just see it as red arrows on a green background, in which case it just looks very predictable. But I like to think there's a bit of mystery involved. This was a big pile of masking tape that I'd accumulated with my pint of beer, and Red Bull were sponsoring the event, and had some DJs and some fucking nuts film of this guy who does the flying out of aircraft and spaceship, fucking flying down a ski slope. I was very impressed by that. So here are some photos of the final wall, and you can see there that it's really, really loud, and if people don't like the colour green or red, then they're fucked really, aren't they? I suppose they only have to put up with it for 6 months. But I like to think that the design encapsulates my love of soul music, video games, and making an arse of myself. So that's for panorama shots. There you can see the 3 panels, quite a lot of red lighting on that shot, and that one we put a bit of green lighting in the middle. Doesn't show up all the colours very well, but it gives you an idea what it looks like. The venue itself has got a cinema screen in it, and some bar and some chairs and tables. So if you're in Shoreditch, Bethnal Green, Bethnal Green Road area, check it out if you live near London or in London, if you're that way. I'd like to know what you think. And then finally, this is a painting that I've done recently. It's 1 metre by 1 metre, and this is the last thing I painted up to now, basically. So that was a bit of me talking about my painting. I look forward to making a video of something else again soon. Thanks for watching.